Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, theme parks and horror stuff. So thank you all for being so supportive so far, subscribing to my channel and liking my videos and the comments and everything. I really appreciate it. So today's video, kind of excited to talk about, is my top houses for Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. But yeah, so I am going to be doing both coasts this year, and I've been to both before. I grew up going to Orlando. Been going since 2001. So this is going to be the first year I'm actually doing both coasts. Gonna probably be saying my opinions on a lot of things, some things here and there, so we'll see. But yeah, so far there's technically 7 houses this year for Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. If you really want to count The Walking Dead, I don't know. And then there's 3 scare zones. So I'm looking at my paper here because I wanted to write my list because I'm not going to like say it off the top of my head. Let's start with my number 1. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh man. Anytime Leatherface is in Horror Nights with his chainsaw, I'm excited. So that's my number 1. It's always gonna be my number 1. I don't know, like my top 3 slashers is Leatherface, Michael Myers, and Ghostface. So if any of them have a house in Horror Nights, I know Scream has never been able to, but hopefully one day, crossing my fingers for that, be a dream come true. If I could live and walk through scenes in Scream, that'd be amazing. So yes, number 1, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm excited. I am gonna have Express this year again. I had it for the first time in like 2019, and I'm like, I'm never going back. So I'm hoping I can go through multiple times through the house after I use Express, and the lines kind of shortened down because I only got like 1 per house. No, I didn't get the unlimited. So yeah. Number 2 is gonna be Halloween 4: The Return of Michael Myers. Again, I'm always excited. I know they did this house before, but I'm always excited to see Michael in a house and scare me. Like, I know there's people out there who were excited about Halloween 3, and then they switched it over, and they were like, oh, they already did this. So I'm just happy we have a Horror Nights this year. I don't, I'm not gonna complain. 3. So they did do this house in 2019, their original house, Pandora's Box. I remember going through this house twice that year, and it was amazing. Like, the scares were great. Like, it's just like, it was a good combination of everything. So I've heard that it just might be the same exact house. I'm hoping that Hollywood won't do this to us, but then again, we have repeats of Walking Dead and Purge always, all the time, so we'll see what happens. I'm crossing my fingers for like pretty much everything. Number 4 is The Exorcist. I remember going through it the last time they had it there, and I enjoyed it, but I wasn't scared. So I mean, it's gonna be a fun house to walk through, so that's why that's my number 4. I do like The Exorcist, and I'm hoping they'll do some cool things and cool effects in it this year. I have a feeling it's not going to be this super scary. My number 5 is The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. From what I heard, the one in Orlando is not scary. It's just cool, so that's why it's my number 5. I'm hoping we'll get some good Frankenstein scares, so that would be cool. Yeah, I'm excited for that house, somewhat. So, my number 6 is The Haunting of Hill House. So I tried watching this show when it first came out on Netflix, and honestly I wasn't into it. It's very slow paced, and if you don't get me like that, I'm just not into it. So I'm hoping it's gonna be at least scary, but I don't know how they're gonna portray that. But I give props to Horror Nights. All the houses are always super scary. It's just sometimes there's not a lot of scares in certain houses, so we'll see how this one goes. My number 7. So my number 7's Terror Tram, The Ultimate Purge. And the only reason the Terror Tram's that low this year for me is because it's The Purge. They literally I don't know, I know I'm not gonna like complain about it because they didn't do it last year and like the whole quarantine thing and COVID, but they could have literally done anything. I don't know about anybody else, but if you go every year like I do, The Purge is overdone. I'm over the movies. But unfortunately, everybody keeps going to see these movies, so they're going to keep going. Like, I know this last one that just came out in July is not going to be the last movie. They're already planning another one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just hoping next year the Terror Tram will be something cooler. Like, they've done cool things in the past. But then again, like, the Terror Tram is always my favorite thing to do at Hollywood because we never had that in Orlando. It's never going to happen. And it's cool to go, like, you relax on the tram until they pull you up there and you roam around the Bates Motel and everything. So that's always my favorite thing about it. It's always, maybe it'll actually be good and it'll be, like, one of my top 5. So who knows? And last but not least, my number 8 is Walking Dead. I'm hoping with the year or more that the Universal's been closed, they made some changes. Because I went to it when I had a pass. I went to it however long it's been open. And, like, it's the same thing every time. It's kind of, like, boring. So I'm hoping within, like, the last year or so they made some changes on it. And I'll be seeing something new. If not, like, well, yeah, like, I don't know. If I hear it's the same thing, I might just skip it, but I'll have Express, so I'll just do it once. I don't know. We'll see. Now, I'm going to go through, these are my top, this is the order I feel like how I'm going to like the scare zones this year. So, the Chainsaw Rangers so far is my number 1 because I love Chainsaw guys, and it sounds like it's going to be a Chainsaw Horde. So, we'll see, that might be my top 1, but I'm like torn between that one and Silver Scream Queens. I still want to say Silver Screen, but Silver Scream Queens. I feel like those two are going to be like my top 2, but hopefully Demon City will be cool too. But the most thing I'm like happy about this year is that there is no more Toxic Tunnel. And there is no more Holidays in Hell. Those are always fun to go through, but after going through it more than once, I don't even know how many years they've had it there. I feel like it's been every year. I've only been going since 2015 to Hollywood. So, yeah, I'm glad they're moving on from that. But if we do have a walk to... I don't think there's going to be any walk through the tunnel this year. But next year... do something else, guys. Anything could be in that tunnel that's not toxic. I'm just kidding. So that is my top houses and scare zones for this season of Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. Let me know what you guys are gonna... There's my lighting. My lighting keeps going out. It's dying. So, sorry about that. But it's the end of my video. So let me know what you guys think the best houses are going to be this year, what you're excited for, and I'll see you in the fog. Bye, guys.